Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in this morning for Psalm 94. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you worshiped the Lord, and I hope you remembered and honored those who paid the ultimate sacrifice so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy here in this country. And one of those freedoms is the freedom of religion, the freedom to worship the Lord and exercise our faith. And so that's what I'm doing here, and that's what we're doing today. And we're going to look at Psalm 94. And Psalm 94 is kind of it addresses an issue that is addressed really in several Psalms and even in the Proverbs, and an issue that probably every one of you at some point in your life have struggled with. And it's like, why do the wicked prosper? Or, why are good people subject to some, brutal oppression? Or, why do bad things happen to good people? And good things happen to bad people. And you've all probably thought about that before. If God is sovereign and in control, why didn't He take care of that? Well, it really does belong to the Lord to decide, and that's how this starts out. He says, "O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongs, God to whom vengeance belongs, shine forth, rise up, O Judge of the earth, render punishment to the proud. Lord, how long will the wicked, and how long will the wicked triumph?" And that's a good question that we ask ourselves. Lord, how long is evil and wicked going to triumph? And we talk about this vengeance where it says, that vengeance belongs to the Lord, and we ask God to rise up and execute vengeance. But so really, vengeance in the Bible, and as it's used especially here in this psalm, it's not really like we think it. I'm going to take my revenge. I'm having a little temper tantrum here and I'm going to get my revenge. It's really not what it is. It really is just upholding and executing justice. And it's really just saying that, one day God really is going to do what's right. He really is going to execute justice. And justice is going to be served upon all of the evil and upon all of the wicked. And He truly is going to have His way. So you can go on through the psalm, but here's something I want to point out. Until that time, it's up to you and me. Listen to this. He says, verse 16, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul soon would have settled in silence. He says, who's going to rise up for me? Who's going to stand up for me? Who's the one that's going to stand in God's place and speak the truth? God says in Matthew chapter 5, He says to His disciples, really to His people, to us, He says, you are the salt of the earth, and you are the light of the world. You see, we are the salt of the earth, and their main use for salt during that time was to preserve from decay. To keep from decay, they would pack fish in salt, pack meat in salt, and it would keep it from decaying. You know whose responsibility it is to keep this world from completely decaying and completely turning to evil? It's yours and it's mine. We are the salt of the earth. We need to get out there and we need to be salty. We need to stand. It's our job to stand up for the oppressed. It's our job to stand against wicked and to stand against evil. It is our job right now to speak the truth in love against all of the wickedness and ugliness and oppression, and standing up for those who can't help themselves. We are the salt of the earth. And Jesus goes on to say that if the salt loses its flavor, in other words, if the salt ever fails to be salty, He says, then it's not good for anything except to be just tossed out in the street. You see, we are the salt of the earth. We are the light of the world. We are the ones standing in the gap on behalf of God's people, on behalf of the people of the world, all the people, those who are oppressed and those who are needy. We are the connection between them and God. We represent them to God, and we represent God to them. You're the salt of the earth. Let's get out there and faith today and be the salt of the earth today. God bless you guys. Love you. Bye.